Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Emma Tutorials. Today we're going to look at UI Post UTME past questions, University of Ibadan. Post UTME past questions series of English. We are taking our questions from 2021. The first question says, choose the correct answer. I have rarely heard of such. I rarely heard of such. Have I rarely heard of such? I rarely have heard of such. Now the correct answer to this question is option A. I have rarely heard of such, and that's because this sentence is in present perfect tense. A sentence in the present perfect tense describes an experience, talks about something that happened in the past that is relevant in the present, okay? And that will make us check off option B, okay? Because a sentence in the present perfect tense uses have plus past participle of the verb have or has, okay, depending on what the subject is, plus past participle of the verb. So that's why we check off option B because it doesn't use have. And option C, have I really heard of this, should be a question, okay, and is wrong because there's no question mark there. And option D, I rarely have heard of such. Now, option D is incorrect because rarely is wrongly placed. Rarely, the adverb rarely is describing the verb heard, so it should be placed in front of heard. It should be placed before heard and not before have. So, option A, I have rarely heard of such, is the correct answer. Number 2. The number of hours spent dash too much. The number of hours spent dash too much. Option A is, B where, C am, D are. The correct answer to this question is option A is the number of hours spent is too much. Okay, and that's because when you have the number of as the subject of a sentence, you are going to use a singular verb. Okay, the sentence will contain a singular verb. Even though the noun that is after the number of is plural, the verb remains singular. Okay, so that's why we use a singular verb. A, the number of hours spent is too much. Okay, B, where is incorrect. Where is incorrect because where is plural. Am is incorrect. Yes, am is singular, but am goes with I. Okay, so I'm talking about I. The subject, the noun that is after the number of is not I. So you don't say number of hours spent and too much. Okay, so option D, are is plural. Option A is correct. Now the next one, nobody has found the book. Option A, isn't it? B, has he? C, hasn't it? D, have they? Okay, now this question is on question tags. This question is on question tags, and we have two rules of question tags we are going to apply here. Now, the first rule is when the statement is a negative, the question tag will be positive. When the statement is positive, the question tag will be negative. I hope you know what I mean by question tag. It's just the short question that's added to a statement, okay? So, to change the statement to a question, okay? So, nobody has found the book is a negative statement because nobody is negative. So it's a negative statement, which means the option we're going to choose must be positive. It must be positive, okay? Positive sentence is a sentence that does not contain not or never. So we're going to strike off option A because it's negative. Isn't it? Is negative. Okay, isn't means is not. So it contains not, so it's negative. We strike it off. Now we strike off option C, hasn't it, because it's also negative. Now we are left with options B and D. Alright. Now the second rule of question tag is that the auxiliary verb that is used in the statement is also going to be used in the question tag. Okay. The auxiliary verb used in the statement should also be used in the question tag. So we have has as the auxiliary verb used in the statement. So we are going to choose the option that contains has, and that is option B. Option B. Now, I know some of you may wonder why hasn't he is correct when the subject does not identify the gender of the person referred to. Okay, but what is important is the auxiliary verb that is used. Nobody does not refer to anybody, okay? It doesn't show the gender. We chose has he because of the auxiliary verb used. I hope you understood. The next question, it is I who dash to take it. A, are, B, is, C, am, D, has. Now, this question is on relative pronoun concord. Relative pronoun concord simply means that when you have a relative pronoun who, that, whose, okay, whom, in a sentence, the verb that is after the relative pronoun will agree with the noun that is before the relative pronoun. Okay, the noun or pronoun that is before the relative pronoun. Okay, I said relative pronoun concord simply indicates that the verb that comes after the relative pronoun, okay, will have to agree with the noun or pronoun that is before the relative pronoun. Okay, now we have it is I who dash to take it. Now I is I is the pronoun that is before the relative pronoun who. Okay, I is the pronoun that is before the relative pronoun who. So the verb that is after who, the relative pronoun who, has to agree with I. Okay, now which of these options agrees with I? Do you say I are to take it? No. Do you say I is to take it? No. Do you say I am to take it? Yes. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the next one. The bus dash left before I came. The bus dash left before I came. It's important to know your tenses and you know your concord if you want to pass any use of English exam. Alright, this question is on tenses and this question is on past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Okay, past perfect tense. A sentence in the past perfect tense is in describing two actions that happened in the past where one happened before the other. Two actions that happened in the past where one happened before the other. Okay, and those two actions must be completed in the past. So the bus left before I came. Now there are two actions here. You came or I came and the bus left. Okay, these are two actions that happened in the past. And which one happened first? The bus left. The second one, I came. All right. Now, to construct a sentence in the past perfect tense, you use had plus the past participle of the main verb. Had plus the past participle of the main verb. All right. So the bus had left, past participle of leave. The bus had left before I came. So I is the correct answer. So option I is the correct answer. So option B, I only is the correct answer. All right. Let's move to number 6. Question says, if I took you to Lagos, I dashed care of you. If I took you to Lagos, I dash care of you. We have will, B, would, C, had, and D, had to. Alright, now this question is on conditional sentence and is on second conditional sentence. Second conditional sentence, we're talking about an improbable situation, okay, a hypothetical situation, imaginary situation, something that you imagine, not something that is likely to happen. You just imagine it. Okay, for example, if I were a doctor, I would work in a hospital. I'm just imagining it. I'm just imagining being a doctor. Okay, it's not a possible situation, it's just an imaginary situation. So that's what this sentence is all about. If I took you to Lagos, I dash take care of you. All right, and to construct a sentence in the second conditional sentence, in the if clause, I hope you know that conditional sentences are divided into two. We have the result clause, we have the if clause. Okay, if I took you to Lagos is the conditional clause, that's the if clause. I dash take care of you is the result clause. Okay, now to construct a sentence in the second conditional sentence, you use the subject plus the simple past tense of the verb in the if clause, and in the result clause you use the subject plus would. All right, if I took you to Lagos, I would take care of you. Okay, that's the correct expression. I would take care of you. So option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Okay, I will have to stop here today. Hopefully tomorrow I'll upload a video on the remaining questions and more questions. All right, but I want you to first attempt the questions on your own. I want to see your answers at the comment section. Okay, question 7, I can't go out now, the rain is not, do you say letting down, letting up, giving up, giving down? Which one is correct? Write your answer at the comment section. I will still upload the video on the questions and even more questions. All right, but I want to see your answers at the comment section. All right, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best in your exams. And please, if you have friends, if you have sisters, brothers who are taking JAMB UTME next year 2027, please encourage them to join our JAMB UTME classes, where we produce top scorers. If you want your friends, if you want your sisters or brothers to really score high in next exam UTME, encourage them to join us. Okay, you can send me a WhatsApp message using the number that is on the screen. And the fee is 6,000 naira per month for the 4 subjects, or 2,000 naira per subject per month. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see your answers to the questions in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys again very soon in another video. Bye.